What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Draymond Green Show, Championship Edition. That's my daughter, Cash. We are in the press room, still here at TD Garden, a couple hours after the game. Full-time champions up here, as you see. Got my man, Killer Klay, Dre, the vet, the OG, the guy who guided us through all of this. Honored to be here. Man, they said we could not do it again. Talk to me, Killer. How does this one feel in comparison to the other three? How does this one feel?
I can't sugarcoat it, bro. It's the sweetest one. Just, from the 15 and 50 season when Steph and I were on the bench, we had to watch you out there just
struggle,
anchoring these young bucks and
struggle.
Then the next year having to watch again and to insert myself in this lineup and then just see the whole thing come together, bro. It's like the sweetest experience I've ever been a part of, man. And it makes the journey that much sweeter just knowing what we all had to go through. So it's an honor to be up here for real.
This is such a special moment, not because we just won a championship, but because it took us a championship to get Klay Thompson on the podcast.
That is true.
So, oh man, that is such an honor. But along this journey, and which has been 3 years now, was there ever any doubt for you, A, that you would be able to come back the player that you have come back, and B, that we would be able to do this again once you came back?
Oh, yeah. I doubted, man, every day. I remember guarding LB in September, and I could not stay in front of this man. Even Will Sheehy, who never played in the league, I was getting busted by him. Everybody. I was just the weak link out there, and I'm just like, man, I swear I used to be a great defender. I swear I used to be a great shooter. And then Rick Celebrity would tell me every day, like, Klay, it's going to be up and down, but we just need Klay for the playoffs, and that's all it's going to take. And I was like, okay, Rick, whatever you say. So I had so many doubts, but once we got closer to the real thing, though, and we actually didn't even get to play with each other until the first playoff game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, once I saw you two on the floor with Steph and the talent we had around us, I knew it was a wrap. Like, no one can mess with us.
One more question before we get Klay out of here, because I promised him this would be 3 questions, and It is a miracle that we got him here. But for you moving forward, do we have Klay Thompson finishing his career with the Golden State Warriors? I need to know this for my own personal sake.
Man, I did tell Steve Kerr at the NBA TV little podium, I told him, I'm going full Michael Jordan. I'm aligning myself with Steve. I ain't playing for anybody but Steve. So that's the plan. And it would be weird to be in another uni, so I'm just grateful to be up here and to be mentioned with the Lakers, the Celtics, and the Bulls. Now we're there. I never, sure, when you got drafted here, Andre signed on, you never would have envisioned this, maybe 1, but 4. And we ain't done. That's the beautiful thing about it. We got these young bucks behind us, and we got same squad coming back. It's scary for the NBA.
How does this one feel?
This one's I'm at loss of words because I think they let us get this one, and we gonna get off. We gonna get our you know what off.
Absolutely.
Like, they made a mistake letting us get this one off.
Absolutely.
No, but I was saying because there's only but so many. You talk about any sport. There's only but so many that put a stranglehold on that entire league for this long. Like, you talk about Brady, talk about the 49ers, you talk about, the Bulls, the Spurs had it stretched out, and you talk about the Lakers and Celtics, obviously, but, this is 75th year of the NBA. 75 years, when we do, like, the 200th year, like, it's etched in stone. Like, we can really get our shit off now.
Absolutely.
Like, fam, bro, I'm about to talk so much cash. Like, oh, you done fucked up, right?
You done fucked up. Hey, that's incredible, man. And honestly, I told y'all don't let us win a fucking championship. And y'all done fucked up and let us win a championship. Hey, but check this, though. We go on the run, 5 straight finals. And then Bob Myers come to you and he say, yo, Kevin leaves. and he said, yo, we're going to trade you. What was that like for you?
You know, it's funny because I saw it. You know how you and I are. Like, we see before, like, things happen. So I knew in my contract I had an extension date. So the last year of my contract, I can get cut, and that salary be spread out over 3 years. So something had told me, call Bob and ask him, when's my cut date? I was like, Bob, when's my cut date? And we've built such a great relationship with Bob. Bob was like, come talk to me.
Hey, JK, come in here, man.
Yeah. So Bob was like, come talk to me. So I went to Bob's office, and he was like, we might trade you. And he kept it real just because we have a great rapport. And that's when I knew. So I wasn't surprised. And
you killing our contact, young fella. I bet.
But I knew, you know, there might be an opportunity on the back end. So, you know, I was talking about it with the NBA media earlier that things happen for a reason. And me going to Miami and experiencing the Miami Heat culture, that really helped me come back and then accept the role I had. Because, like, I had really good days this year, but the body just wouldn't hold up. But I knew that I can still be impactful, and I still knew that we could, like, you know how it is. You can't let the year get by, and you know you let one slip away. Like, we've been here too many times. So I was just like, let me just do what I need to do, and it's just been incredible. It was been incredible.
How does it feel?
First and foremost, just from me to you, just I appreciate you. And, you know, everything you did, you know, just went for bat for me, you know, through the summer and, you know, my first 10 days, second 10 day, whatever, U30, you know, having my back and giving me this opportunity and believing in me. That alone just, you know, means the world. And that's why I went to bat for you this whole year, you know. I didn't do it for me or whatever. I did this for y'all and y'all legacy. Y'all legacy is bigger than, you know, my career or whatever. So forth is just, I'm proud of you and, you know, everything you've been through and how you got it out, you know, you feel me?
Absolutely.
And, you know, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you, brother. And honestly, the beautiful thing about all of this is you're now a part of that legacy, you know, and the journey, the most beautiful thing about this is the journey, you know, like holding the trophy. Like, I didn't hold the trophy on stage one time, like didn't even want to get near it because it's the journey that you appreciate. It's the people that you go through it with. That's why you appreciate it. You know, that's the beauty in this. It's like you go through this with the people that you've been in the trenches with over and over and over again. And that is the beauty in this. That's why you do this. And so for me, the thing that I've enjoyed most about each championship outside of the first one was seeing the guys who's winning it for the first time. Because that reaction, that it's almost like the innocence of a child, like that does not know what it feels like. And so for me, that's what I get the most joy out of, seeing you win a championship, seeing Jordan Poole win a championship, seeing Otto, a guy who signed a $100 million contract when it was nearly impossible to get a $100 million contract and then go through the injuries, see him get a championship. Belly, you know, Belly's 33 years old, didn't come over to the NBA until I think he was 27 or something like that. To see Belly get a chance, that's the beauty in it. And so, you know, I want to say congratulations. You've earned your keep. You belong here, and you've shown that. To be the 15th man on the roster and become a vital part of that roster, it's unheard of. It doesn't happen. Before we get out of here, your pops is no longer the only one in the house with a ring. What you got to say to the OG, man?
I got it. I think I got it sooner. You feel me?
Ooh.
Yeah, and I'm 1 for 1, 100%. You can't say nothing about 100%. That's 100%. So if you want to talk to me, you know where I live.
OGGP the club.
Hey, shout out Dre. OG, I'm so happy for him. 4-time champ. Couldn't have done it without this man. He led us throughout the year. He's had so much on his back, and he's did so much for us, done so much for us and for this organization. And I can't do nothing but thank you, brother. And congrats, 4-time champ. And you already know, you a legend.
I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for coming on the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
We're going to have to do a full episode and just really get into your background and how you grew up and the things that I want to talk about, the struggles of growing up with a father in the NBA. You know, I think, you know, the thing that people don't realize is, like, as beautiful as that is and, like, as dope as that is, you're not home. You know, you're on the road and he's not home, or I'm not home all the time. And your rock, your mom, and how she held it down. And so we're going to get into all that, man. Have to bring you on the show,
Absolutely.
my brother.
You already know. Call
Thank
me.
you, dog. Congrats, champ.
Congrats, champ.
Appreciate you, brother.
Can't
Yes,
say
sir.
nothing about it.
Yes, sir.
What now?
The young glove.
What now?
The young glove.
Yeah, talk your shit, Dre.
GP2. My dog. But it wouldn't surprise me if we see this team sometime in the near future when we're done win a championship. They got it. They're not weak. They're not soft. They got the scoring. They got the defense. They got the bigs. If there's one place that they can improve, it's probably their depth. You know, if you look at this series, I feel like they just ran out of gas. Like, and that was it for us. We're like, yo, they're only really playing 7 guys. Sometimes it's only 6. Let's just keep running these guys. Let's keep a body in front of these guys. Let's try to wear them down. But the thing about it is, championship teams, they got their guys and then they fill out with great minimums. And when you're a great team like that, you start to get the great minimums. And so you go into next year, your bench look totally different. You're able to rely on that bench. And so those are some of the things that I think we'll see from them. And I don't think this is our last time hearing from the Boston Celtics. That's a great group. They got a great young core, and they're going to continue to get better.
And how has your relationship with Steve Kerr developed over the years?
I think we just understand each other. We understand that we have a very similar fire. He knows how to press my buttons. He knows when I need to be pulled aside and talked to. I know when I need to pull him aside and talk to him. I think the way our relationship is changed over the years, or developed over the years, if you will, is there's just a huge sense of trust. There's a great understanding of each other, and we rely on each other. Like, I really rely on him to show me things, to teach me things, to coach me up, to show me things in film, but more importantly, to lead this team from a coaching standpoint. And he relies on me to lead this team from a player standpoint. He relies on me to give him feedback from things that I see on the court. To give him some feedback on where I think we should go next. It's just a trust that we have amongst each other that's just grown and grown and grown. And we've been together for 8 years now. We've done some incredible things together, but that trust wasn't always there. Like, trust is something that is built over time, and it's not something that once you gain it, you keep it. It's something that you're working on constantly, day in and day out. And I think with the more that I've matured, the better understanding and relationship that we have. And it's absolutely incredible now, but I can't say it was always that way. We were growing, and relationships take time to grow. And I think when you meet someone that is just like you, those usually take a little more time to grow than someone that's the opposite of you, because opposites attract. And so when you meet someone that's the opposite, it's like, boom, Steph and Steve, they're total opposites. Click right away. Klay and Steph, you click right away. Total opposites. When you run into someone that's so much like yourself, it's not as easy to click with that until you get the understanding, like, man, I'm the same way. Like, I'm just like that. You understand it from a different place, and then you view it differently.